Welcome. In this video, I bring you some common modifications that might be helpful in the context of a public group class. It's January here in Minnesota, and I see a lot of new students and students returning to class. So I thought this would be a good time to brush up on some common yoga poses that you will likely see in classes. I'm going to walk you through Surya Namaskar A, or Sun Salutation A, and Sun Salutation B, Surya Namaskar B. Stand at the top of your mat. You may have your feet together, or you can have your feet hips distance apart if that feels a little bit more balanced and a little bit more comfortable. As you inhale, extend your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. And as you exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward, Uttanasana. Now for tighter students, if you can't touch the floor, I recommend bending your knees and maybe even see if you can get your rib cage to connect to your thighs. As you inhale, look forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Stretch and lengthen the front of your spine. And as you exhale, plant your palms and step back into a plank pose, sometimes referred to as the top of a push-up. Now for the first one, we'll simply hold, work on corseting your waist. Now if you need a modification, simply drop your knees down. Breathe here, 3, 2, 1. Press back, downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. I have another video where I break this down in more detail. So for today, if you're tighter, simply bend your knees. And then wherever you're at, everyone see if you can extend your spine back in space more. Draw your navel in, breathe deeply through your nose. And then after a few breaths, inhale, stretch your hips back. As you exhale, look forward and step your feet to the top of your mat. Again, feet can be hips distance apart or together. Bend your knees until you can touch the floor. Inhale, look forward, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fold forward. And on an inhale, rise to stand, reach your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. And as you exhale, release your arms, return to Tadasana or mountain pose. If you're new to the Sanskrit terms, don't let that frustrate you. It's just something that I think is interesting, but I'll also include the English translation when I remember. So now let's take it a step further. Stand in mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward, Uttanasana. Remember, you can bend your knees here. Inhale, look forward, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, step back into plank position. Now for less intensity, drop your knees to the ground. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, this round, lower all the way down. Point your toes and take the tops of your feet to the floor. Walk your hands back under your elbows, and let's align the shoulders. Move your shoulders forward and then up. Pause, squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other and down your back to further activate your upper back. And as you inhale, curl up into a cobra. And then as you exhale, tuck your toes under, tone your navel, prop up onto your hands and your knees, and press back, downward facing dog. Breathe, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, press back. As you exhale, look forward. Bring your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. And exhale, release your arms. Now, on this third round, feel free to do any of the previous variations or even a combination of them. For this particular Sun Salutation A, I'm going to walk you through what is closer to the classic form of the sequence. Inhale, Reach your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Inhale deeply. Exhale, lower halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. This can be done with the knees down. And as you inhale, flip to the top of your feet. Come into upward facing dog. Remember, you can substitute cobra here. And as you exhale, without dropping to the knees, roll over the toes, press back, downward facing dog pose. Now, if you're newer to getting into yoga and this feels like it's strenuous, you can drop to your knees, point your toes, and stretch your hips back to your heels and rest in child's pose. When you're ready, return to downward facing dog pose. Inhale, press back. As you exhale, look forward and step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up, stretch. And exhale, release your arms, Tadasana. Now, next I'll walk you through Surya Namaskar B, or Sun Salutation B, and we're going to add a few poses on. Since I've already broken down some of the elements of Sun Salutation A, I'm going to go through closer to the classic form of Sun B. But remember, yoga is a practice of self-inquiry, and I encourage you to modify however you need to support your body where you're at this moment. With time, with practice, you will build strength and you'll be able to do more. Stand at the top of your mat, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms overhead, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward, Ardha Uttanasana. For this video, I'm going to step back. Step back, plank pose, inhale. On your exhale, lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Remember, you can also lower all the way. Inhale, lift into cobra or up dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Step or help. This video, I'll show how to help your foot forward between your hands. Pivot your left heel down and inhale, rise up, warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Stay for a few breaths. On your next exhale, release your hands to the floor. Pivot to the ball of your left foot, step back, plank pose. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step or help your foot forward between your hands. Pivot your right heel down. As you inhale, rise up, warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Keep your back leg strong as you bend deep into your front knee. One more inhale. And as you exhale, take your hands down, step back, plank pose. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And same principle applies here. If you need a break, rest in child's pose. And wherever you're at, breathe deeply and evenly. Let's do one more. Inhale, press back. Exhale, look forward. Step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. And exhale, release your arms. This round, I will cue more classic form of sun B, but again, I can't remind you enough, modify to support where your body is at. Inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, step back, plank pose. Inhale, firm your navel. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Pivot your left heel down. And as you inhale, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, take your hands to the floor. Step back, plank inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step your left foot forward. Pivot your right heel down. Inhale, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, take your hands to the floor. Step back, plank, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe here. And since this is beginner intro video, drop down to your knees and we'll finish with a few final stretches. Come to lie on your backs. Bend your knees, set the soles of your feet to the floor. Squeeze your right knee into your chest and interlace your hands at the back of your right thigh. Extend your right leg to the ceiling. And don't worry if your leg doesn't straighten, that's totally fine. Here we're stretching the back of the thigh or the hamstrings. Next, extend your left leg forward and anchor your left thigh down. And take a few breaths here. Maybe you walk your hands a little higher up your leg. And then switch. Squeeze your right knee in. Set your right foot down. Squeeze your left knee in and interlace your hands. The back of your thigh, extend your leg. Stretch your right leg forward. Anchor your right inner heel and inner thigh as much as you can. Stretch your left hamstrings. And try to keep your head, neck, and shoulders relaxed. And then rebend your left knee, squeeze it in. Squeeze your right knee in, give a little rock side to side. And then one more pose. Cross your right ankle to your left knee. It's a pigeon pose variation. Stay here, or for a deeper stretch, squeeze your left knee into your chest. Keep your right foot flexed. And a few breaths here. Release and switch sides. Really squeeze both of your knees into your chest. And today we'll do a brief Shavasana or final resting pose. If you have longer, please feel free to stay as long as you like. Begin to deepen your breath. Bend one knee at a time and roll to your right side. Use your hands and your arms to help yourself up and come into a comfortable seated position. Namaste.